A delegation from Ethiopia's federal government has visited the capital of the Tigray region to continue laying plans for the implementation of last month's peace agreement. This is the first high-level federal government delegation to travel to Tigray in 2 years, according to a government statement. The spokesman for the Tigray People's Liberation Front, Getachew Reda, has hailed the visit, which included ministers and heads of public enterprises, as a milestone in the peace agreement. The federal government and Tigrayan forces signed an agreement to permanently cease hostilities on the 2nd of November. The deal came after 2 years of fighting, which the UN says has killed thousands and displaced millions. Well, CGTN's Girum Chala is in Addis Ababa. He's joining us with more on this story. Girum, a delegation to work out the implementation of the recent Ethiopian peace agreement has arrived in Tigray yesterday. What exactly were they expected to do, and how important is this visit?
Beatrice, let's begin from your final question, how important this is. This is really highly important, and experts tell you that this is a sign that both the Ethiopian government and also the TPLF are implementing and seriously taking into consideration what is important, which is peace on the ground. And the delegation, by the way, was in Tigray to evaluate and also take actions as per the Pretoria Agreement so that the peace deal can be seen on the ground. Part of the delegation were about 4 ministers, including Minister of Transport and Trade, and also CEOs of Ethiopian Airlines, Ethio Telecom, and the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia. These services were lacking in the Tigray regional state because of the war, and now the promise is that all of them are going to resume. In fact, there is a good news for the people of Tigray. Ethiopian Airlines is going to resume the regular flights to Tigray starting from tomorrow. And this, by the way, can be said is the result of the trip made by the high-level delegation to Tigray. So generally speaking, this is a sign that implementations are going according to plan. Salamait Kasa is a state minister of the communication of Ethiopia, and she explains that the government remains committed to implement the peace deal that was signed in Pretoria. Let's take a listen.
This visit that we had today symbolizes that great initiative that was taken by the Prime Minister Abiy. It was a very bold decision for us to come here, but it was very fruitful. We had discussions with the administrative and also representatives from Mekelle City. And it has shown that this peace initiative has taken ground, and everyone is working towards the complete peace throughout Tigray.
So, Girum, how was the delegation received in Tigray, and what is the situation on the ground in the region?
So, part of what the state minister said, Beatrice, is they have been warmly welcomed in the Tigray regional state, and the reception was also done by not only the population in Mekelle, but also leaders of religion and other political parties at the same time. Getachew Reda explained in his statement after the visit, saying that none of the officials, about 4 or 5 of them out of the 22 or 23 delegation, came with a personal bodyguard, and he said that this is a sign of a trust that we are building between us. Well, generally speaking, what we should understand is that this is one of the beginnings for yet perhaps upcoming peace in general terms in the Tigray regional state, and also in other regions, including Amhara and Afar regional state. So generally speaking, this was really a successful trip made by the central government. But then again, this is not going to be the last, and we're hearing that many more are going to be made until this peace deal is implemented in its full letter and spirit, Beatrice.